And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times, and an half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
Regarding chapter 8, the cleansing of the sanctuary, God commanded Gabriel to give Daniel the 2300-day prophecy, the longest time prophecy in Holy Writ. Chapters 9 to 12 were given as an explanation of the 2300-day prophecy. In our previous discourse on chapter 12, Gabriel told Daniel to shut the words and seal the book until the time of the end, when knowledge is increased, they are to be studied in our time. After which, verse 5, Daniel sees two men, angels, standing on either side of the Tigris River. One of the angels on the bank of the river asked the angel that stood on the water, How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? The angel on the water swore by the Almighty, and said that it shall be for a time, times, and a half, and when he shall have accomplished, to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished. Observe the prophetic chart that I have displayed on the screen. When we studied chapter 7, we learned that time, mo'ade in the original Hebrew, which means year, times, 2 years, and a half year, is 3.5 prophetic years or 1,260 literal years. In chapter 7, we saw that this 1,260-year period marks the period of papal supremacy. And note, the text continues to say that after this 1,260-year period, there is an undetermined period of time for the continual scattering of God's people, before things shall be finished. After papal supremacy is taken away, the papacy's nature towards truth, and those who are determined to spread the truth is unchanged. His power is still felt to a lesser extent, and he continues his oppression just as far as he is able, until, verse 1, God's people are delivered. When God's people are delivered, persecuting powers can no longer oppress them. Verse 8, Daniel says, And I heard, but I understood not. When he asks for further clarification, he is told, once again, that the words are closed up and sealed until the time of the end. Recall, the words of Christ to his disciples, Luke 10 verse 24, For I tell you, that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Daniel recorded these prophecies, but he was not permitted to understand them fully. Verse 11 introduces a 1,290-day prophecy, and it reads, And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up, there shall be 1,290 days, that is 1,290 days. Once again, the word sacrifice is supplied by the translators. The word daily, talmid in the original, means that was regular or continual. When we discussed the abomination that maketh desolate, chapter 11, we saw that Rome's original form, pagan Rome, was taken away, replaced by a religio-political entity known as the papacy. I have redisplayed the prophetic chart. The 1,290-day prophecy is cut out of the 2,300-day prophecy of Daniel 8. Recall, chapter 12 is also an explanation of this prophecy. Verse 11 states that there are 1,290 years after the abomination that maketh desolate is set up, then in the original, which means to be let out. Papal supremacy ended in 1798, when Napoleon arrested Pope Pius VI and put him in prison. He died the following year in Valence, France. Working backwards 1,290 years from 1798, we get 508. Anastasius I exterminated the Heruli in 508 AD, and reclaimed Italy. He brought the bishops back to Rome and gained the satisfaction of the Pope. Verse 12, a 1,335-day prophecy is introduced without explanation. And in verse 13, Daniel is told to go his way till the end be, for thou shalt rest, and stand in thy lot at the end of the days. That is, when Daniel's case comes up for examination in the judgment, he is found righteous and stands in lot. A place in the earth made new.